Once again, thank you to the people who supported me today and were very supportive of me. I do appreciate it. I learn things every time I go out. It's a shame that my committee members can't be more active, but I'm happy to have them as committee members. You can't run for president of the United States. Who can run for president of the United States? You have to have lived here 14 years consecutively. Not come here, then left for 5 years, then come back, stayed for another period of time, and then left for 3 years, and then come back and say, yeah, I've lived here for 14 years, not 14 years in a row. You have to be 35 or older. And you have to be a United States born citizen, not an immigrant or the child of immigrants. I already explained why. So this is, I give out this flyer. Some of them don't have my picture, some of them do. But again, the issue with the being 28, 25, 32, the issue with that is that I kind of don't look like, well, if I do my hair, I look a little bit like that. But surely this face is not the face of a 20. Well, some of y'all do look old as hell. That's just the bottom line to it. It's just that I don't look that young that I can't run for president of the United States. But, you know, I tell them I'm 56. They, oh, yeah, I'll sign. If I were 35, isn't that better than Trump? No, it's not, because I wouldn't vote for somebody who's 35. Say myself. Just need more life experience. We're going to represent everybody. All right, but that's not what I came on here for. I came on here because my little friend, where have you been? I'm going to be reaching out to Crockett's office, and I think the whole thing was a setup, a sham, and a setup, so they could cover up for, you know, you're about to take a vote on the 23rd. So let's get everybody talking about us so that when we take the vote, nobody notices. How am I giving people money? Don't I need Congress? Don't I need Congress to give people money? See, they do this in the committees over and over and over again. In the blue, it says full year appropriations. And there's a continuing resolution in the yellow. Do you see the amounts? So defense money and non-defense money all the way at the bottom. Questions is talking about where the money has been allocated to. That's what all that means. Defense, non-defense, defense spending is $850 billion. Non-defense spending $736 billion. Ask yourself how they spend this much money. And then every time they say, well, why can't you give the taxpayers enough to get us out of debt? And then once we're out of debt, or at least those who want to participate are out of debt, we can maintain ourselves, and then we'll bring in even more taxes. That's why I need an actuarial as my vice president. They claim there's a 1% cut in defense. If a 1% cut in defense from 861 to minus 850 gives you a remaining balance of $11 billion, just 1%, what would happen if you cut it 7%, 8% out of 100? Yeah, you invest that money back into your to your citizens. Then over on the other side, the full year appropriations, there's a 4% non-defense cut. So 733 subtract $704 billion leaves a balance of $29 billion. Well, why can't you? So you could spend this much because we're making 4 trillion. We're making more than that, but the 2022 numbers was 4 trillion every 3 months. Because Lindsey Graham was, oh my God, in Afghanistan, we're spending $20 million a day. Yeah, that's like $50 when you're bringing in $1 trillion every 3 months. That's no money. Are you a teacher? No, I'm not a teacher. Oh, you look like a teacher. No, I'm not a teacher. For anyone who is concerned, I am the treasurer. I own my address covered. I'm the custodial of records. That's at the bottom is for the bank and depositories. And right up here, the principal campaign committee. Candidate is me. Democratic Party. The office sought is president. And the state, I wouldn't put it, the state and district, it's New Jersey, but doesn't matter. I'm officially registered. This is the statement of organization. Statement of organization. So I'm not just on YouTube saying, I'm running for president, I'm a write-in candidate. The purpose of me running and trying to get the signatures that I need for 3 states is so other people can know I'm running. Because according to this flyer, there's this thing, I just put it to the side. Oh, according to this one, you black folks want somebody to vote for. That's not Trump and that's not Biden. According to this came from PBS, I believe on the 28th or the 29th. About half of black voters say they would replace both Biden and Trump with different candidates if they had the ability to decide. Guess what? The white voters want the same thing. The Hispanic voters want the same thing. The Asian voters want the same thing. The Indian voters want the same thing. Native American voters want the same thing. The Italian voters want the same. We all want the same damn thing. But we're not going to get it if you look at me and you make up excuses. Oh, she looks too young. Oh, maybe she's not married. Oh, how's she going to do it? She's by herself. This is why we by ourselves. Because if we don't get the signatures, we can't make commercials. Trump and Biden are using the money from the presidential fund that our taxes paid for. But if you're not the party candidate, and we know the party candidate is controlled by who? Capitalists, the people who own the companies that we buy everything from. We don't have anybody to represent us as president. It's not like I'm going to become president and the world's going to fall apart. Things are going to continue the way that they were. The only caveat is I'm going to look after Americans. We got all this money and all this funding and all this spending, and we have nothing to show for it. If you can pull yourself up by your bootstraps, who the fuck got boots? Who has boots nowadays? Well, y'all can make up any excuse that y'all want to put me on the ballot or not put me on the ballot, but I'm still running for president of the United States, and I am most definitely going to get my message out there. If that causes Biden to win, oh well, he shouldn't. If it causes Trump to win, oh well, he shouldn't. I'm not by myself. There's so many people who do not want either of those candidates in both the parties. But like sheep, they say, oh, they're trying to trick us. If we don't vote for Biden, then Trump's going to get in. And oh, yeah, look at them people on them Democrats. We got to stick to Trump, stick with Trump. Otherwise, Biden's going to stay there. Whether Biden is in there or whether Trump is in there, your life and the quality of your life is not going to be improved. If you don't put a person in that's just like me, even if it's not me, you need somebody who is not a career politician, someone who is an American, someone who cares about our issues, but also is aware. And this is how I know about Crockett, but who is also cognizant and aware of what's going on in Congress. I'll do it again. Here, since the lady don't believe me, at the top, HR, the roll call number is 232. HR 192. HR 192. The roll call number for that one was 231. It failed the first time. It passed the last time. It goes up. The earlier one is at the bottom. The latter one is at the top. 2, prohibit individuals who are not citizens of the United States from voting in elections in the District of Columbia. They put yes because there was no provision. There was no provision that they have to have a residence. There was no provision. It was if you have a job, then. But they said no. Let's. Well, where do they live in? They could work anywhere. Anybody could give them money and put the money on the card, and that we can't track it. So they said no. No, we're not going to let that one go through. So since they said they weren't going to let it go through, it says yay, and then it failed. So that's why it went to the Senate, and the Senate said no. They got to be a resident. Let them move in somewhere so we can have an address for them, right? So then when it came back, they said, well, let's recommit it and put it back in and take another vote. Are we going to prohibit individuals who are not citizens from voting? No. Do you understand? Are we going to prohibit? Are we going to stop individuals who are not citizens of the United States from voting, this time in the District of Columbia? No, we're not going to stop them. They overturned the District of Columbia's law. And you all are wondering if I'm 28 or 35? Do you realize what literally you know the District of Columbia is the capital. Hello? One state does what the next state does, and they do it quietly. Because this is our Congress, and these are the people who make the law. So surely the next state can follow what the federal government is allowing these people to do, these non-citizens to do. You sure you want to argue with me and call me a liar, which I don't care. People have been calling me names all my life. Bitch, liar, whore, skank. I don't care. Do I have wrinkles like I care? Do I have gray hair like I care? My hair is not dyed. You can call me what you want. It's not going to change the fact that we're being replaced as voters. We're being replaced as workers. We're being replaced as renters. We're being replaced as people who take out mortgages and loans. We're being replaced in our food. We're being replaced in our stores. We're being replaced as business owners. We're being replaced in the school boards. We're being replaced everywhere. There's 11 million just in New York, dreamers, DACAs, and migrants just in New York. What do you all think is going to happen? All right, I'm going to go. That's 16 minutes. I just wanted to show y'all, I have no reason to come on YouTube, my channel for relaxation. Yes, I took all my videos and I made them private. So you're only going to see my political videos. And you don't have to watch them, because I already know what's coming down the pike. See, if you're an older American, yeah, we realize, you know, the struggle is real, and things are going to cost more and more, and our money is not going to stretch that long. So we're going to have to buy less and less, or in smaller quantities, or try and catch sales. And you got people that make 6 figures shopping in the Dollar Tree. Why? Because they know as time goes on, the costs are going to go up. Why do we know cost is going to go up? Because there's too many people here, supply and demand. Why would you sell the gloves for $3.99 when you got 100 million people to buy your gloves? You're going to sell $10 on this hand and $10 for this hand. You're going to sell them gloves for $19.99 plus tax. Do you all not understand that? And then a nice lady said she was gonna, you know, sign my petition when I get back around that way. And she said, "How are you gonna do all this? Are you sure you can do it?" I said, "Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna have the same advisors that Trump and Biden and every president before them had. Not the exact same ones, but I'm going to have a team of advisors. I'm going to have a team of attorneys. I'm going to have a team of historians, professors. Yeah, I'm going to have the same team and cloud of people around me. Administrative staff. Yeah, it's just that I get to pick them, so that the people can do the job to keep the government working and running, but include Americans. If that sinks in, I'm only running to include us. I'm not running to reinvent the wheel. The wheel is already round, people. It's already round. I'm not coming to do nothing to the round wheel. But we don't have a spoke. Americans need a spoke in the round wheel. Everybody got a spoke stuck in as the wheel goes around, and everybody getting their piece. Not Americans. We the only ones not getting nothing. That's that Dr. Pepper. I'm just gonna have some water. Dr. Pepper wound up all up my back, and adjust this. But if we don't do something for ourselves, no one else is going to do it for us. And whether you like it to come from me or not, people are so eager. And it's not fair that I'm not able to do a commercial and have my ideas out there. They are doable. I need a vice president. I need a secretary, treasury secretary. I need to fill 27 cabinet positions, and I already know that Congress is not going to approve them. So the people in my administration, yeah, the position is yours, but it's just going to be a pending position for 4 years, because Congress is not going to approve you, and I'm not going to pick someone else to do it. There are a lot of Biden's cabinet members. They've not been appointed, but they're allowed to work. because Congress does not get to dictate and pick Biden's or Trump's or anybody else's cabinet members. It doesn't make what they're doing any less official than if they had went before Congress and got sworn in. But I'm just looking for Americans who have the experience, who have the knowledge, who have the clarity to, and this is more important than anything. Yes, you need the experience, but if you don't have the experience, you'll have a team of attorneys. You'll have a team of historians, a team of professionals around you. What I need in the people that work for me is that you're willing to put in my plan into practice and not put up roadblocks. And you just got to be on board with my plan, with everything. Because, you know, I'm not hiring people to think their thoughts. I'm not saying be a robot. But what I'm saying is I have a plan and I want it carried out. How you carry it out matters to me. If somebody can come and, you know, say, oh, you know what, you work for her, she's the president, I'll give you a $10 million to, you know, let me know what's going on in her administration so that we can ensure that we create something or do something so that it doesn't go on. Like a plant, you know, you put a spy in a plant in somebody's administration. And because I promise you, like the perfect person for the agriculture secretary is John Boy Jr. I still have to reach out to him. Perfect person as a vice president is Terence Howard. Yes, you all know him as an actor, but he's a physicist or a mathematician or something like that. And Eli Mickle, Eli Honig. I have a list of people. And these are people that I've watched. Like, they aren't left, right. They're just people about how to get it done, how to preserve the democracy, how to, you know, live by the rule of law. And then if there's some red tape, you can move the needle up or move the needle down without violating anybody's rights and without undoing everything. The people who work for me in, yeah, my ambassadors, yeah, y'all got to be sharp. Because the games that are being played by the leaders in the other country are being played because this is just what men do. You can't tell another leader what to do with their citizens in their country. You cannot. We would never let somebody from another country tell us how to govern here and how our citizens are to be governed here in the United States. So I have no interest in doing that. If you people in those other countries keep electing these people, you have elections. Oh, we're afraid to go out and die. You know how many of my relatives and everybody in North America relatives died? So we could have this right. You don't get to get off your lazy ass, walk or boat across the goddamn ocean and come here and demand that we do something for you. When we're already sending hundreds of millions of dollars to your country because we have trade agreements with you. And money from the trade agreements is supposed to be to help the citizens in those countries. So however many of y'all is here, that's the amount that's going to be deducted by my Treasury Secretary, by my Attorney General, because they work for me. Same thing with the pardon. Everybody's getting a pardon. So when I leave office, somebody don't come behind and say, you know, all that was illegal and you shouldn't have did that and da-da-da-da-da. As long as you don't do anything that's a rebellion against the United States, everybody's getting a pardon, full pardon. Every attorney general is getting a full pardon. Every FBI agent is getting a full pardon. All my administrative staff is getting a full pardon. All my cabinet members are getting a pardon. Everybody, including myself. I can pardon myself because as long as I don't commit a crime of a certain type, high misdemeanor, and I have no intention on doing that. This is about really empowering the people of America. And do you think someone is going to empower you that's not you? You're not voting for people that are you. You're voting for politicians. Politicians are paid. So, all right, I gotta go. Eat my fries. But I do have to go because it's 8:21 and I'm gonna take it down for the night. I'm exhausted. Have a good night.